Hi everyone, I'm back. This is part two. Sorry about that. And this is part two of messages and just saying. Anyway, I left off with there is a special order out and for them, these ones, um, other than return, whatever is returned to senders. The biggest karma. Now, I was told that I know whoever is sending and is continuing to think that I'm giving them permission to attack me. They browse, you know, I don't know how they're doing it, to listen to my videos to see what I'm saying about them. But I'm not giving you guys any acknowledgement or, you know, clout or whatever. I didn't say who you were, nothing. You know who you are. I'm just putting it out to let you know that I know. Anyway, you either browse or someone else that you have spying on me, trying to find out anything. Um, but yeah, you see, you guys thinking I wouldn't know. And you have your blanks that you, you know, before you don't have any more gifts. You see, you have them because you probably put, I don't know, controlling ritual, whatever, on them to go on your side. You see, you don't have your gifts anymore and whatever else. How you thought all of you had permission to get into my business and send all kinds of BS. Well, none of you do, okay? You do know it still doesn't work, right? Well, apparently you don't because you're still trying. But you see, I get a taste of it, what you're all trying to do. And as I said, you know, it doesn't stay to affect me like it did way before until I learned how to stop it. You see, as I said, all of you want to play dirty? Okay. Well, Spirit and the others are on it. Okay? Now, I said that they're going to play dirty with you and play games, have fun. Along with that, what you've been trying and thinking it will attach to me. This way, I'll be like that, whatever you're trying to send. Because that's who you are, and you're trying to send it back to me. Like before. This way, you think that you're going to be me. Yeah. Okay. Well, now, this will be before all are caught, or same time. Either, you know, either that or, I don't know. But you won't see it coming. That I know. You're not going to know what hit you. But wait a minute. Let's say, hey everyone, you want to get in on it? Pay attention, okay? Because you see, I got a little, little thing that they're going to do. So pay attention. If you see anything like this, you will know that these are the AHs, and, piss ants and the blanks are the ones who need to be filmed and watched for all the evidence that you can get to put out on the videos. You see that they are these ones who thought I was the one to mess with. You see, coffee will be just spilt on them at lights or stop signs, anywhere. There will be like voices or people talking, from the radio. I mean, they might not have the radio on, but all of a sudden, something will come on and it will play, or you guys start playing it or start saying it. Somewhere that these ones will hear, we are watching 10 foot or 10 feet under dirt. I'm coming for you. Everything they touch will break. And that's where, anywhere they are, you will hear these ones say, stop. Maybe something else. Don't know. But their cars will stop and then go. How that is. And whatever else spirit does. And I have said, especially recently, everywhere they are, they will hear all the words I said will happen to all of them. They want war that they can't win. Hey, okay. Spirit says, you're on. Every noise you sent, these ones will hear with words to let them know I'm coming. and spirit, as I said in my other video. And it was titled, Italian Kiss. See, they'll give you the Italian kiss. Along with my gangsters, powerful ones from spirit and here. So again, hey, if everyone knows who they are, start saying it to these ones and play along with the words or radio, whatever. And it's not only for them. Spirit is getting all who are doing what's happening. And I already did the list. So I'm told I knight whoever wants to play along. But this is not a joke or a trend or anything. Okay? To, just do it to anyone. This is only for those ones who are attacking not only me, but others. To harm them, and etc. Remember, when I'm told, night, that don't mean it gives permission to misuse it. It's only until they're caught, that the title lasts. And yes, you are still protected by your angels, as long as you're not doing what they do and what's happening, around the world, doing harm and etc. But, to let everyone know, if you want to play along. Just like the sunglasses at night. Anyway, to let everybody know, I was, like I said, I was resting, but then I decided I wanted to do some stuff, clean up a little bit. And, well, I noticed that they were, they were just starting. And I decided, to finish up doing the dishes that were a gift, that, and then I noticed, oh, they're sending a lot now. Well, just then, as I, felt it, they were trying. And these ones, no. And you probably could figure out, I was doing dishes. What happened? Because, yes, like I said, it was all at once. All these groups, all at once, okay? I only feel a touch of it. This way I know what they're trying. But I was in the middle of doing dishes, okay? Now, like I said, it was a gift. Okay? So you all know what happened. And what I just said about the karma and everything, no, I'm not being revengeful. I'm not mad or anything. It's the point. And of the difference between these MFers and me, you see, I cherish and I'm grateful for every day and what I have. And when someone gives me a gift, you know, doesn't matter, especially even if it's a little thing, like they gave me a card or whatever. I'm grateful and I cherish it. But that's not the point of what is, what it is. They tried all kinds of ways, thinking I will break, or what they wanted to do, and you know what that is, to off me, like they did with ones that I loved, which I say, begins with an M and der, and whatever else they tried. You see, they keep forgetting I'm a warrior, okay? And other things, but I had no need to say. But I will always be one. And I'm just like any other person when they get their buttons pushed too far. Technically, I gave way too much leadway after my buttons got pushed too far. This is breaking down, being revengeful, and whatever else. Oh no. You see, this is justice, who had enough of these BSers, pipsqueaks, and whatever everyone calls these ones. You see, justice is good in my favor. Justice is bad in a huge, mysterious, a mystery for them. And remember, these ones, and you, whoever, you can't hide. Your groups can't hide. You can't run. And you can't think that you're invisible. Okay? You can't think that, because, oh no, there are eyes, all eyes on all of you, all of them. They all thought by them getting into my business, stalking, and etc., that they thought I'm alone and that would scare me or whatever, and it will bother me. Oh, wait. And they thought that I would run to them? Okay. Now, which I want to know, can someone make that make sense too? Because how can I run to them when I don't know them to do that? Anyway, and first of all, I'm not that stupid to run to someone who does what they did. If I was to run to somebody, it will be either my team, which they're always around me anyway, so I'm never alone. And I will go to, my person, or, a friend, or my soul tribe, my brothers and sisters, my family. Well, they're part of my family, and so is my person, so is my team. But you get what I mean. I will run to one of them. I mean, why would I run to somebody who, tries to off me, tries to poison me, tries to stalk me, tries to come onto my property to do what? Because, like I said, spirit, my ancestors, and I mentioned it, said that they put a curse on with the protection. Anyone who steals from any of us, and I already said who once before, I'm not going to say it again, who us and family mean. I mean, it's the same thing, but I'm not going to say. And I'm not going to say what the curse is. But if you steal, try anything, it gets returned to senders instantly, automatically. We're highly protected. And we even have more that joined. Anything you try, you come near us, you will get zapped from our protection that brings you to your knees. You will get instant karma. Whatever the curse is, I don't know what they did. But, if you want to keep up your blank, go ahead. You only dug your own hole. And for everybody who joined you. Because what you did to me, it's going back to you. So you better start remembering what you've done to me. And you all know what you did. Now, I'm not talking about these, right now. I'm talking about way back, what you did. Also, those ones. But I think they're sitting in prison right now. And some of them, well, I'm not going to say where they went. you know, see, you're going to become examples until, you know, well, I don't know if you're going to be non-existing or whatever. I don't know. I didn't ask. I don't get into people's business. What God decides and spirit, that's on you. You all did it. Before anyone heard my videos of everything that you all have done for me to get out there to protect everybody, not to fall for it, and to pay attention if they got any kinds of, different feelings. You all did it to yourselves. And I put up with it. I don't know how long. I tried to help. I never shoved. I didn't say for, I I mentioned God, that I was his baby, but, I said spirit and ancestors, whatever. I always said you should have faith and have faith in yourselves. And when I said in the beginning of this, how all the bull crap, how is everything repeating? You see, that's the thing. People speak up way too much, but for the wrong things. They rather spread lies and make up stories, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, our ancestors did this, and we should be, okay, we'll continue to go against everybody, and we'll continue to make sure that families don't, get along, and blah, blah, blah. All BS. Oh, let's bring back all viruses and epidemics and blah, blah, blah. And let's put stuff in foods and water and etc. What's that? Please make this make sense. What is that saying? What is that teaching our children? And how do you think our ancestors' spirit is feeling right now? Because you do know they went all through it, but they, some survived because we're here. But don't you think they're feeling it all over again when they're up there trying to guide us and help us to make it better? Because they see everything. But no, they're watching and reliving because it's being repeated again down here. And they're watching all of us go through all this. Wars that just happen, because, I don't know, because nobody can communicate and solve things. Or, oh, it won't get out to a lot of people. We'll just do certain stores, and we'll send them, with stuff, all kinds of crap, chemicals and stuff in things. See, that's what happened to them. But they didn't realize it, you know, like if it's near something, or whatever. They didn't know back then that things were poisonous, you know, too much. But they never did anything, to actually, kill people. And in the medical field, even though they didn't know much and they didn't have the tools that we have, they made sure that they took care of patients and the nurses took care. What are they doing today? Some of them. I'm not saying all of them. Who gave anybody the right to take anything from our bodies? Which reminds me, you all need to be careful of that. And this thing about morphine, they give it to them and say, oh, they won't survive, so we'll just, give them morphine. No. Get them and go take them to another hospital. I mean, I'm not saying that the others aren't going to stop it right away, but I'm just saying. Why are these people working there? Now, you went into that field to help people, to save people, and et cetera, et cetera. What are you doing? Oh, I know. You're all greedy because you're getting money. Maybe things, that's another thing. Nobody's getting paid really. We're being taxed everything, and but we don't make enough. So this is another thing to make sense. How is it that food, everything, is going up? All the bills are going up. Everything. But none of us can pay for it. But with the food and everything, they're all getting all recalled off the shelves. So how is it that, like I said, I bought, you buy like 6 things or whatever, it's like almost $200 or more, $300. Really? But then you have to really pay attention to it. I mean, now you have to like take strawberries or whatever. I like to know what they're putting it in. You need to put warm water, put salt in it, and let it soak for like an hour or so. Watch what comes out of it. I mean, really. But anyway, like I said, all eyes are on you. Going everywhere you go. It's like, duh. These ones thought I'm alone because, ready? Because I don't have my person. Okay? You see, we all know what they think from. Because I don't have a person. What's that got to do with it? You do know if you don't, go within yourself and whatever, blah, 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 and you're not satisfied or you're not content or, you don't have love in your heart, blah, blah, blah. If you're around a lot of people, you could still feel alone. You did know that, right? But you're all around people. Living your life. Going out every night. Drinking. And whatever else. Living like you're rich. Spending all that money. That's why you are constantly trying to, get more. Maybe if you learned how to spend, but, You see, the difference is, I'm never alone. But I am when I want to be. And I will never feel alone with my person either. But I'm never alone. I'm used to it, with my team following me and everything. So you thought that I gave permission to all of you to tap into my phone, do whatever. Monitor that and make noises and all that. You thought that would be scare tactic and blah blah blah, whatever. I grew up around noise. Our people were in and out of here, kids, a whole bunch of kids, in each room there was different kinds of music. We played an instrument or whatever, or the radio was on. I'm used to noise. But what's going to happen? I don't think you guys are. Oh, you're not ready for this. What's about to happen? You're still going to get caught. You see, they're alone. It don't matter how many people are around them. Like I said, I am with my person. You see, when God sends them, and, well, when they come. But like I said, I got stuff to do, and they probably do too. And, it's called, I'm not holding my breath either. I'm protecting by not letting anyone know who my person is. I don't want to know, because I knew you send and you tried to get into my dreams. Yeah, I noticed what you were trying to do in my dream. It didn't last, okay?